Last night, we told you how Kamala Harris is tired of working on the border and how she wants a better portfolio. And can you blame her? We just saw the caravan of migrants marching toward America. Who wants to deal with that? But have no fear, Reverend Al is here. That's right, Al Sharpton is taking his bullhorn to Washington to tell good old Joe to build back better with Kamala. In an interview with The Root, Sharpton says he will tell Biden he wants to see Kamala be used more effectively. Are you kidding me? Hey, Al, sometimes less is more. Here to react, Joe Concha. He is the Hill Media opinion columnist, and Kira Davis is the host of Just Listen to Yourself podcast, and both of them are good friends. Kira, I'm going to go to you first. Everything that the president gives Kamala, she fails at. So why give her more? Maybe she needs to back off a little bit.
I don't understand why anyone's giving Kamala or not giving Kamala anything. Isn't she like one of the most powerful people in the world?
Sure.
I would be grossly insulted if my pastor and my boss met without me to discuss ways that I could do my job better. I mean, how insulting. And I don't understand. Here's what I think, Lawrence. I think Kamala has the worst advisors in the world, maybe only paralleled by Joe Biden. How on earth could you think that that gives you any kind of position of power to send this grifter in to negotiate for you for your job when you're the vice president of the United States? Just pick a job and do it. You know, she didn't even do the one she had. So, but I'm with you. I can't imagine how this helps.
Yeah.
To have Al Sharpton marching up to the White House and bossing Joe Biden around.
So, Joe, I'm always surprised by this when it comes to Kamala because she was also the first candidate that was out of the primary. I mean, the Democrat voters rejected her. So I don't understand why there is an entire group of people that is pulling for her to be the face of the Democratic Party because we already know we may not see Joe Biden on the next ticket, right?
Great point. She's supposed to be Plan B. And I love how she's called 2020 presidential candidate. Good point, Lawrence. She didn't even get to 2020. Didn't even get to Iowa because she was polling so poorly. But just spitballing here for a moment. Should the vice president show she could do one job well before given more jobs in this situation? Because 23% of Americans approve of the way the crisis that is a catastrophe is being handled at the southern border. And you'll never guess who was put in charge of that. As you said before, by the way, it's not Franco Harris, it's not Neil Patrick Harris, it's Kamala Harris. And you've seen it firsthand, Lawrence, and great reporting down there. You've spoken to Border Patrol. You hear the same thing. We're getting no help from Washington. The president and VP do not care. Yet here's Sharpton saying, no, give her more responsibility. You know what? Maybe we could put her in charge of a crime task force. How's that sound? To reverse skyrocketing violent crime in many American cities. Oh, that's right. She advocated a bail fund for rioters in Minneapolis. One man who got out has since been charged with murder, so I guess that's out. And look, she hasn't done a one-on-one interview with any major entity in nearly 140 days. The VP here, she's completely MIA, and that's LOL, and except it's really not, because she's as visible at this point as Michael Avenatti these days. So yeah, the Reverend thinks that she should have more responsibility. I don't think so.
Kira, you know, part of the things that is the biggest problem is they're bringing all these consultants in. I mean, I can give you free consulting advice. Give a damn. Show up and do your job. Fix the issues, and then you'll go up in the polls.
Right. I'm not sure what the end game was here when they brought Kamala to the White House, but I mean, at the end of the day, I wouldn't put this woman in charge of my grocery shopping, let alone any major issues. And I'm trying to imagine what negotiations Al Sharpton is making with the Biden administration to negotiate on her behalf. If you've got to send in a guy like Al Sharpton, whose job is literally to sell favoritism, it's literally to sell favors, that's a big indication that you're really not cutting it at your job.
I'll just tell you this, Kira. Pretty soon you may not have groceries for her to pick up because of the supply chain
I need
crisis.
my bacon.
Kira, Joe, thanks so much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.